Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Finance Zone. You're creative and you love to craft, not to mention you've gotten pretty darn good at it. Or you have an amazing eye for vintage finds, but your closets are overflowing. You should start an Etsy shop, your friends say, and you've secretly shared that very same thought. Hand-knit dog booties? Portraits made of gum? Seinfeld theme enamel pins. Whatever objects you love to craft, no matter how niche they are, there's a horde of consumers out there looking for your product, and most of them are browsing the Etsy marketplace. If you don't have previous experience with the platform, starting an Etsy shop may seem like a complicated prospect. But in reality, opening an Etsy shop is relatively straightforward and can provide an optimal home for your products, either alongside an existing website or e-commerce platform, or as your primary online storefront. Today, we're going to be talking about how to start an Etsy business. Make sure you stay, as you do not want to miss out on this valuable information. Also, remember to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Etsy is a booming online marketplace full of amazing handmade items and vintage goods. The platform brought in revenues over $600 million in 2018. Who wouldn't want to be part of such a successful venture? Here are the important stats you should know about Etsy shops. More than 2.1 million sellers offer over 60 million items for sale on Etsy. 86% of Etsy sellers are women, and nearly 95% of Etsy sellers run their shop from their home. But you haven't started that Etsy shop yet. I'm guessing it's because getting started can seem so daunting. People often ask, how much does it cost to set up an Etsy shop? Do you have to have a business license to sell on Etsy? How do I sell successfully on Etsy? Is it worth selling on Etsy? Don't worry, you've got this, and we're here to help. Opening an Etsy shop on the platform is easy. Just follow these 8 steps. Number 1, create an Etsy account. The first step to starting an Etsy shop is simple. You need to create an account. You can set up an account with Etsy by clicking on the Sell on Etsy link, entering your email, name, and password, and finally, clicking Register. You also have the option to create an Etsy account through your established Google, Facebook, or Apple account. Additionally, if you already have an existing Etsy consumer account, you can simply log in with your credentials and then click Open Your Etsy Shop to start creating your own store. Number 2, set your shop preferences. Next, you'll be directed to the Shop Preferences screen, where you'll designate the basic settings for your store. First, you'll set your default language, which is the language in which you'll describe your items. After opening your Etsy shop, you can choose to translate your page into other languages. Then, you'll set your home country and the currency in which you'd like to list your items. It's important to note that if your bank currency is different from your shop currency, you'll incur currency conversion fees, 2.5% of the sale amount, when customers make purchases. Finally, you'll be asked whether you're a full-time seller, part-time seller, or other. This is a question that Etsy asks for their own purposes, but doesn't affect your ability to start your Etsy shop. Number 3, choose your Etsy shop name. Here's where you can start to get creative, coming up with your Etsy shop name. Ideally, your shop name is intriguing but easy for customers to remember and reflective of your products and values. Your store name can be anything you'd like as long as it falls within Etsy's guidelines. 4 to 20 characters long, no spaces or special characters, not a name that's already in use by another Etsy seller, no trademark infringements, and, of course, no profanities. If you try to enter a name that's already in use, Etsy will suggest some similar names that are available. Overall, to pick the right name for your shop, you might refer to the following tips that Etsy recommends. Try suggestive, descriptive names. You can use words or phrases that evoke the feeling of your brand, as well as those that describe what you're selling. Examples include All That's Rustic, Natural Succulents, Little Cat Draw. Try abstract names. Abstract names can give your store an added unique element and make it easier for customers to find your store when searching online. Examples include Qualtree, Pegeye, Oramore. Use your name. Your name can be a quick and easy option and allows you to easily change or adapt the products you sell. It will be harder, however, to find a shop that simply uses your name, so Etsy recommends adding a modifier like Studio, Inc., or Workshop. Before you actually open your Etsy shop, you'll want to take a little bit of time to choose the right business name, because after you've started, you can only change your name once. Moreover, if you think you might eventually expand your Etsy shop to a business website, Facebook page, Instagram, or even an official business name, You might do some additional research to ensure that you can acquire things like a business domain name, or DBA, doing business as, that match your shop's name. Number 4. Add items to your shop. The next step in learning how to start an Etsy shop is to list your items. This being said, listing physical and digital items, think printable stationery, patterns, stickers, gift tags, involve separate processes. Add photos. Etsy recommends using at least 5 photos per item. You can include a maximum of 10, so that customers can see your product from various angles and that the size of your image is at least 1,000 pixels square. Additionally, if you have variations of a product, say a t-shirt with multiple colors, you can include photos for those variations so the customers can see all of their options. Adjust your thumbnail. Your thumbnail is the first image of your item that your customers see in your shop via search and elsewhere on Etsy. Think of it as your product's headshot. Make sure it's a good one. Complete your listing details. Give your item a title that describes the product in as much detail as possible, considering your 140-character limit. You also have the opportunity to provide an in-depth description, a bulleted overview of the product, and additional details like the product's category and type. Finally, you should take advantage of all 13 tags available per item. Shoppers find your item by searching for keywords in the search bar, so work backward and think about what a customer might type into search to discover your item. Those keywords are what your tags should be. Complete your inventory and pricing. In this section, you'll enter your product's price, sales tax, if applicable, quantity, if you have more than one in stock, SKU number, if you have one, and variations. Set your shipping price. Here, you'll include all the necessary details about your shipping processes, like the shipping services you use, costs, country of origin, processing time, and item weight and size. You can also opt for Etsy to calculate your shipping prices for you, which they recommend. In this case, you'll be required to fill in item weight and size when packaged. Then, based on that information, you'll be able to preview the shipping price the buyer will see. Publish your listing. You can preview your entire listing to see how it'll look to customers before setting it live. Number 5. Choose your payment preferences. Once you've added your items, you'll need to set up your Etsy payment preferences. First, you'll pick how you'd prefer to accept payments. Options include PayPal, check or money order, other, or Etsy payments, which is the main way sellers get paid. With this option, you can accept credit cards, debit cards, Etsy gift cards, and store credit, and more. Number 6. Set up billing. When you're starting an Etsy shop, this step will depend wholly on your country. In certain countries, Etsy will require that you provide a credit card for identity authorization purposes. You'll also need a card on file so that Etsy can charge you for selling fees. Number 7. Open your shop. At this point, you've successfully learned how to start an Etsy shop. Once you click Open your shop will be open. Number 8. Customize your shop. Now that you've actually opened your Etsy shop, it's time to get started selling online. After all, it's not enough to simply have started an Etsy shop. Just like a brick-and-mortar store, your digital store needs to be easy to find, beautifully curated, intuitively organized, and constantly updated. Here are a few more sections you can fill out to ensure that your Etsy shop opens and runs successfully. Add a bio and photo. Your public profile is how visitors to the site can learn more about you, both as a business owner and as a person outside of your work. In your bio, you have free range to tell the public pretty much anything you want. Say a little about your background, your interests, your qualifications, and tell the story behind your products, your mission, and why you love what you do. Set your policies. Here, you'll answer any pertinent questions your customers may have about your manufacturing, processing, shipping, and payment processes. Be sure to include an estimated processing and shipping time so that your buyers have a clear idea how long it'll take their items to reach them. Also, be sure to include your returns and exchanges policy and the payment methods you accept. If you've indicated Other in your payment settings, you'll need to include information and instructions about this payment method in this section, as well as in each listing. Add sections. Group your items into categories so that buyers can more easily sift through your products. A bit like a navigation bar, sections will appear on the left side of your homepage and include the number of products within each category. Rearrange your items. Feel free to move your items around the page. Add your shop's About section. Just like your personal About section, your store deserves its own bio too. You have 5,000 characters to tell customers your business's origin story. Keep in mind that Etsy and customers value transparency and openness, so don't worry too much about writing traditional marketing copy. Just be genuine. Thanks for watching. While you're here, go ahead and click one of these 2 videos on your screen, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. See you there, and thank you for watching.